matchup with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23.
Line. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here we go. Ready? 21. Here we go. 57's the night. Not 57. Under 10. 10. 21. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
65.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the 1st down.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle, 43 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Good. Makes the score Niners 7, Cowboys nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Richard Sherman.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
On the pickup.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 20-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give to Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein. From the left hash, this from 37.
A 37-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
With the score.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
And a 49er first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Second down, here's Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
For the 49ers.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Come on, boy. Come on. Under. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
On second down, it's Elliott, and he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a big play there on third down. 41 yards.
50-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. This is Elliott. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Kawan Williams made the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 9.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4.
On second down, it's Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 49ers' 21-yard line.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
For the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here we go.
5 yards remain on second down.
21. Here we go. 50 seconds. Come on.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
50 seconds a mark. 12, fellas, here we go. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 57's the mark. Mark 57. I got you. 57's the mark. Mark 57. 65.
On first down, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. Ready? Come on, come get shot. 12. Come get shot. Here, Ron. Check. 12.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This is Tony Pollard. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Brought him down. A
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
At the 44-yard line.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Ezekiel Elliott.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
On second down, it's Elliott. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring them indeed with that score alone.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. D. Ford that time showing what he can do defensively. Credit him with a tackle for loss. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott, throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Pettis on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
6-yard line.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And some room to maneuver. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
The ball carrier.
Raheem Mostert, 94 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Robbie Gould.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Niners 20, Cowboys 6. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott now. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Prescott. And he slings one that's incomplete. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper. And it's second down. Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Mike 51. Come on, D. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Here we go, 47.
Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 4-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
49er ball carrier.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
57, come on. 57, come on. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Wait. You got
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, 49ers. That's the end of the third quarter.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Hey, gun. 55.
Garoppolo now. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I like what they did there, because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
49er first down.
Here we go. 180.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check cross, check cross, check cross. Check 11. Switch.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The sack there by Tyrone Crawford, shooting in to make the play. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Garoppolo looks to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
51's the mark, 51's the mark. Get in the right one. Get in the right one.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Big hold to the 30. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
33-yard line.
Prescott yet again. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And he's unable to grab it.
Incomplete.
Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
47. Let's go. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To the air again, Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That one goes for 8 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Go. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Prescott on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On second down, Prescott again. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 18. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Intercepted.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
The ball carrier.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Third down.
Here we go. Ready? 11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Their own 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Garoppolo's going to throw it. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's going to go down. His time has now run out on this game.
Today's final score.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.